本期视频我们要关注一个在美国德州悄然流行的现象：中国家庭在美国生下宝宝，却把孩子带回中国养大。这个情况被美国知名媒体曝光，记者在节目中甚至直接抨击某些中国人的这种做法非常自私，这直接抢占了美国人的生活福利。以后美国人也需要效仿中国人的做法，把中国出生的宝宝带回美国才公平。而截至今年5月份，已经超过100万个美国宝宝就这样轻而易举地回到中国。让我们来看详细的报道。
All right, an update now to a wild story that we've been following. Chinese nationals are taking advantage of birthright citizenship laws, having little Chinese babies on U.S. soil, meaning they are U.S. citizens, but then they take them back to China and raise them there. And right now there are over 1 million children that were born in the U.S. being raised in China. Over 1 million. Think about that. Because this is what's happening here in the state of Texas right now.
They're being encouraged to get their tourist visas before they get pregnant, allegedly, and then they're being told, come here, we have everything set up for you, allegedly, and come to one of these homes, we'll take care of your stay, we'll take you around, even take you to tourist sites.
Tourist sites? Look at that neighborhood. Beautiful houses, beautiful neighborhood, being rented out so Chinese women can have birth and then go see the Alamo. Jenny Terre is the immigration reporter for the Daily Wire who you just saw. She broke the story, and Chloe Trapanado is an opinion writer at the Daily Wire. Ladies, nice to have you tonight. Jenny, can you take us through what's happening in these homes just outside? This is outside Houston, Texas.
Right, exactly. So outside Houston, Texas, in quiet suburban neighborhoods, there are about 4 homes that have been identified in a state lawsuit that are accused of operating as these Chinese birth tourism centers, where they're essentially bringing Chinese women from China. They're coaching them allegedly on how to navigate the U.S. immigration system and essentially to commit immigration fraud. And then they take care of them. They ensure their birth is facilitated here, that baby gets citizenship, and then you can go right back home. And this is all happening in these quiet neighborhoods where really you wouldn't suspect a thing.
No, all right, just a quick follow-up. How much does it cost? And are these Chinese women, are they having the babies at those houses, or are they going down to like the local hospital?
Yeah, so all of this is being posted on their TikTok account, by the way, so you can see their interactions at the hospital. They are appearing to give birth at local hospitals here, and then, of course, taking those babies back. But the thing is, they're committing fraud, allegedly, because when you're coming here and being coached to get a tourist visa, but you're really coming to give birth to a U.S. citizen baby that you can reap benefits from eventually. When they turn 21, they can start to apply for status for their parents and for any siblings. So it's just committing, again, that fraud, but then also you're engaging in chain migration.
It's insanity. Chloe, also, you got to get that birth certificate. So clearly these people are exploiting our laws. Chloe, does it concern you that there are more than 1 million of these little Chinese babies that were born here that are now back in China?
It sure does, Rob. And I think maybe we should take a page out of Japan's book and maybe put an end to birthright citizenship. Trump is working on it, and I'd like to see that get solidified.
Yeah, this is justification. Jenny, you knocked on the door of one of these homes. This is what happened. Take a look.
The state is saying that you're bringing Chinese women here to give birth. You can't talk about it.
He's recording.
I'm sorry, I cannot give you any information.
Okay.
Yeah, look at that creeper. Make America cowboy again. What was he doing, Jenny? Is that like the madam?
Yeah, that shirt really threw me for a loop. But that guy is actually named in the lawsuit. He's a defendant in it by the state. So when he approached me at the door, I was really shocked to find that he was the one who answered. And when he answered, he didn't want to talk about any of the allegations against him. And he shooed me away quickly and said he needed to get a lawyer. So by the time that was over, I walked down the street, was taking some photos to show what these houses look like. And then he came out and was recording me, demanded my ID. He eventually, was...
He demanded your ID?
I gave him... Yes, he demanded my ID.
All right, Chloe, on some level, isn't this just kind of creepy? Like, Americans aren't going to China to have babies. Like, how just creepy is this? And that guy?
Scale of 1 to 10, it's a 25.
Right.
Very, very creepy.
Right. I think
Maybe we should all just start going to China and having babies. Well, actually, no.
I wouldn't do it in China. I'd go to like St. Lucia or something, like, you know, like someplace. What am I here? China. Jenny, just what are that neighborhood? I mean, this looks like a great like suburban Texas neighborhood. What do the neighbors think? Like, do they know what's going on?
Yeah, so once I kind of explained to them what these properties are alleged to be doing inside, they started to kind of realize they had seen some of the signs of that. Lots of Asian people going in and out at all different times.
Right.
Lots of different cars at the properties. But, you know, the other thing that really struck me is that in this country right now, so many young Americans cannot afford homes. Meanwhile, you have these Chinese people who are essentially operating this scheme and making supposedly a ton of money off of this. It's a very profitable industry that's
and paying
they're
cash
engaging
for these
in.
homes. You know,
Yes,
pricing
exactly.
out American citizens. It's terrible. Jenny Terra, appreciate you being here. Excellent reporting. Chloe Trapanotto will have you back. Great to see you again. Thank you.
Later.
那么，为什么这么多中国父母愿意这么做？其实这并非完全无根据。英国博主提姆哥在中国东北小城的亲身经历告诉我们，在中国养娃真的不累，甚至可以说非常轻松，因为中国的大部分城市治安极佳，孩子几乎不用担心安全问题。相比之下，在欧美的某些地方，父母的焦虑感却高得多。这也正是生外国娃回中国养这一现象背后的核心原因。来看影片。
There's only two places in China, guys, that I feel my kids aren't safe. And you can probably guess what one of them is. And that's on the road. And the other one I'm at tonight with my daughter, which is the skate park. She's having a class right now with her teacher. And I'm trying to keep her safe with her helmet and pads. And the teacher's watching out for her. But this, guys, is like the only time I worry about my kids. My son often comes here as well, but he's actually doing some homework at the moment. But obviously the roads are dangerous here. There are just so many drivers and scooters. But guys, I can't think of any other places in China where I worry about my kids. I don't worry about them when they go to school. I don't worry about them when we're just like out at the mall or the market or anywhere. It's crazy, you know? I mean, there aren't any kind of like gangs on the streets or kind of just youths bothering you or whatever. And crime here is just unbelievably low, like visible crime. People will tell you there's a lot of online stuff here, which is probably true. I haven't experienced any myself, to be honest. If you can think of anywhere in China you would worry about your kids. And guys, if you live outside of China, my home country, the UK, or elsewhere, where would you worry about your kids? You know, even if you're with them or without them. Because I feel quite fortunate to be living in China, and I don't want this to sound like a propaganda piece or something, where it is just so safe and I can just really relax as a parent. Apart from now, I am worried about my daughter, you know, but I'm sure she'll be okay. I mean, I have seen some really bad accidents at this park before. It is extremely dangerous. If you are a kid or a newbie, a beginner, please wear pads and stuff, guys. I mean, I'm not wearing any right now, but I'm quite an experienced skater and I kind of feel like as an adult, I can make the choice for myself, you know, but yeah, I'll try not to worry about my kid. But yeah, guys, wherever you are today, hope you have a fantastic day. Staying safe. I don't want to sound like China's the only safe country in the world. Of course it's not, you know, there are other ones. But yeah, you take care, okay? Can I get a piece?
Later.
所以，当我们看到越来越多的中国父母选择在国外生下宝宝，再把孩子带回到国内抚养时，其实背后有着很明确的逻辑和现实考量。首先，中国的安全环境和社会秩序，无论是在大城市还是在小城镇，都是全球范围内比较罕见的。你可以在社交媒体上看到孩子们在街道、公园、学校自由玩耍，父母无需时时刻刻担心安全问题。学校和社区环境都非常规范，孩子即便自己出门也能相对安心。相比之下，欧美、英国等一些国家，父母对孩子的焦虑感显然高得多。街道、交通、校园安全，甚至一些微观犯罪事件，都会让父母时刻处于紧张状态。其次，从生活成本和教育环境来看，中国在很多方面也提供了更灵活、更低压力的育儿选择。无论是日常购物、医疗保障， 还是课外活动和兴趣培养，都能让父母感受到一种相对轻松和可控的生活节奏。这种环境下养育孩子，不仅能让孩子获得更安全的成长空间，也能让父母有更多时间关注孩子的教育和心理发展，而不是每天都被安全焦虑和生活压力压得透不过气来。从前，无数中国家庭拼了命也要拿到美国绿卡，认为孩子出生在美国，拥有美国身份就是最大的保障。但如今，随着中国的发展和社会安全的改善，越来越多的家庭开始重新审视自己的选择。他们希望孩子在中国成长，享受这里的教育环境和社会秩序。这种心态的转变，也反映了一个深层次的趋势：中国人的思想不再是只要出去才安全、才有未来，而是回到祖国也能拥有优质的生活和成长环境。有些东西我不需要说得太明白，你们只要看看中国的社交媒体每天都在分享什么，西方媒体每天又在发些什么，你就能理解为什么越来越多家庭做出这样的选择。孩子的安全、教育和成长环境是所有父母最在意的，而这正是中国如今能够自信提供的答案。